school, and was up late last night editing last week's episode, and I honestly didn't want to post the episode. If you watched it, you know, you saw me, no, I guess not talking about it, but typing about it. And it was really frustrating. I didn't realize that the camera was like rattling the way it was. And by the time I realized it, I had already like encoded all the videos, and it was gonna take way too long to redo the whole thing. And basically, if I did it, I wasn't gonna get an episode out this week. So I chose to just put it out the way it was. I just kind of wanted to let you guys know what I was thinking, and let you know that like I'm working on fixing things that I see are problems with the show, whether it is, you know, video, audio quality, or if it's just something that I'm doing that I think, you know, is annoying. I know there's lots of podcasts I listen to where they have their little quirks and ticks, and that's part of the thing I like about it. So it's probably not as big of a deal to anybody else but me, but it's a big deal to me, and it bothers me. And since it was on my mind, I figured, let's talk about it. So we had a client in the shop this week that was talking about jokes and stuff. So I said, do you want to hear my favorite joke? He's like, sure. And I said, all right. So Bear walks into a bar. Bartender says, what do you have? Bear says, I'll have a gin. And tonic. Bartender says, okay, but what's with the pause? Bear says, I was born with them. I didn't say it was a good joke. And the guy says, I got one for you. Doctor has a really shitty day at work. And on the way home, he stops at the bar. The bartender says, well, what can I get for you? He says, I don't know, I don't really drink, you know, I just had a really rough day and I just need something to take the edge off, so, I don't know, make me something good. So the bartender walks down to the other end of the bar, and he hears ice, he hears the blender going. The bartender comes back and puts a drink in front of him. It looks amazing. He's like, wow, this looks great. He's like, try it. So he tries it. He's like, wow, it tastes great. What is that? The bartender says, it's an almond daiquiri. So the doctor finishes his drink. Next day, he shows up. Want another one of those almond daiquiris. This continues for a few weeks. Now he's a regular. He's coming in every day. He has his almond daiquiri, and then he goes home. So one day, he stops in. The bartender says, sorry, Doc, I can't make you drink for you today. The doctor says, what do you mean? What do you mean you can't make my drink for me? How am I supposed to go home and face my wife and kids? I gotta have my drink. What am I supposed to do without my drink? You gotta do something for me. He's like, okay. Let me see what I can do. So the bartender walks down to the other end of the bar. The doctor hears ice, he hears the blender. The bartender comes back and puts a drink in front of him. He's like, wow, this looks great. The bartender says, well, try it. He says, wow, it tastes great too. I thought you said you were out of almonds. The bartender goes, we are out of almonds. That's a hickory daiquiri, Doc. So, got a package today, and we're gonna open it. We have Maniac Cop on Blu-ray. This is the only one from the series that I've seen. I've only seen it once, but I loved it. And I always say that, though. Like, any movie I like, I loved it. Sorry if that gets annoying, but it's true. I did. I loved it. Let's see what else we got. What do you know? Look. Maniac Cop 2. Isn't this called, like, Badge of Silence or something? Anyway, Maniac Cop 2, which I have not seen, and am very excited to see. Okay, and then we also have Oh, it's shocking, but oh, Maniac Cop 3. This one is Badge of Silence. So clearly, I have not seen these, or I might know which one was which. Yeah, real excited to watch all of these. And then we have Maniac Cop 4. No, I'm kidding. I don't think there's a Maniac Cop 4, but they're supposed to be making a remake of Maniac Cop, so. But this isn't that. This is another Argento movie. It's like the Argento movie, right? Suspiria. I have never seen this all the way through. It's one of those things where, can you hear my dog in the background? He's not happy. He apparently doesn't want to watch Suspiria. He's more of a Moana kind of dog, but different strokes, right? So yeah, I've only seen Suspiria, like parts of it. I've never seen it all the way through. So I've been on this Argento kick, and I'm gonna check it out, and then I'm gonna rewatch the remake. So I watched the remake without having seen the original. So Maniac Cop, Maniac Cop 2, Maniac Cop 3, and Suspiria. That's a mail call. So I had a kid in my chair this week getting a transformation haircut. I'll show you a picture here in a second. And this child, who, I don't know, 8, 10 years old, I'm not good with how old kids are. Little kid though, took 5 phone calls during this haircut. Now, like, I'm new and I'm not super fast, but it didn't take me 30 minutes to do this haircut. He took 5 phone calls. And I don't know if he was like setting up mob hits or like selling dope or what it was, but it had to be something serious, like that many phone calls during a haircut. But I noticed as I was like, you know, cutting the top of his head, I like looked down at his phone and he's going through his contacts, and I saw one that was labeled "My friend Lucas." Okay, fine. That's weird. Maybe if you have like a cousin Lucas also, or your brother is Lucas or something like that. Okay, maybe that's not so weird. I thought it was kind of weird. But then the one that really got me was the contact that was labeled "My mom." Not just mom, because there could be confusion as to whose mom that might be, but my mom. So normally when we have school on Tuesdays, we have like classroom days. So we're doing bookwork and taking tests and that kind of thing. But this past Tuesday, we did something different. We went to the local community college, Richland Community College, and we set up in their like student union, and we're doing free haircuts and stuff. So I'm gonna show you my station and our kind of setup for the day. It was super fun. Like, it was really cool to not, you know, be in class and everything. And it was just something different. And I kept having people come to me and being like, "Hey, can I get a beard trim?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I can do that." Like, that's not something that I do a lot of at school. But yeah, I'll figure it out. Why not? I guess they just looked at me and were like, "Well, he's got a beard, he can do this." But you know, did some interesting haircuts. Well, I didn't. I saw, you know, somebody was getting a mohawk and, you know, that kind of thing. But it was really fun to be out of class and, you know, doing something like that. It's just cool to have any kind of opportunity to cut, you know, any chance to be at school and doing that kind of work as opposed to being at, you know, my real job doing my work. So this week's movie is The Intruder, which is in theaters now, and it stars Dennis Quaid. And I'm gonna say it stars Dennis Quaid because he was, spoilers, the only real interesting part of the movie. I know normally these are like a little bit longer segments. This one's probably gonna be kind of short because I don't have a lot of good things to say about this. I don't want to spend 5 minutes trashing a movie, but it felt like the script was just not there. I say that because I've seen the guy that's in it in other stuff. He's in like Barbershop. He's never been in anything that really impressed me. The girl I don't know if I've seen before, and she wasn't bad, but Dennis Quaid was good just because it felt like he took something that wasn't really there on the page and kind of ran with it. I think Dennis Quaid's a good actor, and he made it super weird and creepy, and he made choices, and the other two characters were very just wooden. Everything in the script felt to me kind of like a first draft kind of thing. Like they just wrote it as, well, it's not going to be this, but just put that in right now just as a placeholder. And then they never came back and fixed it. It's basically about these, this man and a woman, they buy Dennis Quaid's house that's been in his family his whole life, and he kind of won't go away. And first it's him, you know, coming by to mow the yard, and then coming by to hang up Christmas decorations and things like that, and he just won't go away, and it becomes creepier and creepier and creepier. And I feel like it's a concept that could have been good, it could have been interesting, and stuff could have been done with it, but it just wasn't in this case. You know, it was fun to see Dennis Quaid, you know, do this. I don't think it's the kind of role that he normally takes or has, but also Dennis Quaid is like shredded as fuck. Like, built like an old man UFC fighter at this point, which I did not see coming. I don't know if that's something he did just for this, or if he's just gotten really into CrossFit or something lately, but shredded. And that was strange to see. But like I said, he's definitely the highlight of the movie. You know, there was some fun little scares, and you know, there was some creepy stuff in it. Like I said, it was a good concept, and it was something that a lot could have been done with. It just wasn't. So, you know, if it's on Netflix, it's the kind of thing you watch on Netflix. Going out to see it in the theater, I mean, the popcorn was good. Beyond that, it's hard to find a lot of good things to say. Watch it when you have nothing better to do, basically. That would be my final analysis.